Hey gang, how's the VC community doing, man? Hey, it is when it's actually Thursday, early Thursday morning, December 4th. It's almost 2 o'clock here in Frederick, Maryland, on the East Coast, and I'm sure you've read the description down below. I'm going to try to burn through and make a much faster video for my XTC 7-inch collection. The last time I did this, it took 2.5 hours to show everything. So I think I can probably do this a little bit quicker. So I'm going to start immediately. There are a few additions, and you'll see them when I get to them. But here is, of course, their very first single, Statue of Liberty, with the non-LP B-side, Hang On to the Night. Slightly edited version of Statue of Liberty. And the catalog number is VS201. It's clearly not a first pressing, which is something I didn't clarify in the last video, but I guess you could tell because the label is not the red and blue earlier Virgin Records label. It is in beautiful condition. All these records are in just really great condition. You know, I managed to pick up copies early as I was collecting them, and then I just took care of them. So there you go. In most cases, anyway. So there you go. That's the first single. Published in 1978, right? The second single is, can you guess? Can you read that? Can you read these hieroglyphics? All right, hieroglyphics. Can you read it? It says, here, I'll help you out. XTC. Right? And then it says this, here. This is, and they even give you a hint with the lollipop, with the lollipops. This is pop? Question mark? Can you see it now? Of course you can. Beautiful. And this is one of the later early singles that I picked up. I didn't know about it for a long time. And it was such a treat to get this, because the version of This Is Pop is actually a different recording than what's on the White Music album. Totally different recording. And of course, Heat Wave is the B-side, another non-album track. So 2 non-album tracks here on this 45. Beautiful cover. Great shape. Yeah. There's some wrinkles on some of these earlier ones. Had I owned it from the start, that wouldn't be the case. But what can you do? You know. But it's a beautiful copy. I would call it. I think I'd say very good plus plus to near mint. It's close enough for me. I can tell you that the record itself is near mint, beautiful condition. This is pop and heat wave. And like I said on the previous video, this is what made XTC, I mean, besides the fact that their music was just awesome, they were so much fun to collect because you never knew what you're going to get. I figured that this was just I figured this was the album version. And to find out that it was an entirely different recording, you know, just makes it that much more fun. You know, and it kind of makes it essential. I mean, if you're going to have a complete collection of their music, you got to get this. You got to have it. All right? And it's such a beautiful picture sleeve anyway, so. And you want the B-side. You want Heat Wave, which is such a cool, funky, clunky tune. So there you go. This is Pop and Heat Wave. And then here's the third single. Are You Receiving Me? And of course, Instant Tunes on the B-side. And such a plain 45. Here, one thing I forgot to do is say what the catalog number is. VS209 for this. VS209. This is VS. What's this one? VS231. All right. So. And of course, here's the record. Are You Receiving Me? Again, now this is actually a non-album A-side as well. And Instant Tunes, again, was a non-album B-side. So, again, the next single was actually 2 more tracks that you, if you were in England, that you wouldn't have had. In America, Are You Receiving Me was included on the album Go To, but it wasn't on the British pressing, so I'm not sure about other territories. I just know that in England it wasn't there, and in America it was on Virgin International pressings. All right, so Are You Receiving Me? All right, and then here's the, and that was the only single associated with Go To, the only 7-inch single. What I have here is actually a flexi disc of an otherwise unreleased track. You know, back at the time, Flexi Pop magazine was a magazine that existed for like 2 or 3 years. And I don't see a date on this thing. But anyway, this is a track called Looking for Footprints. And I remember in the previous video that I did, I was unsure about about this track and when it was recorded. It is an outtake from either the first or second album, either White Music or Go To. It's an outtake from that. Looking for Footprints was an outtake with Barry Andrews on it. They revisited the song again when they were recording Drums and Wires, their next album. And they did another version of this song. They called it, what the heck was it called? Had a different name. And I can't remember what it was or what it is, but a totally different recording anyway. And again, they scrapped it. They didn't put it on the album. It is on their box set. It was included on their Coat of Many Covers box set. So at any rate, here, let me put this back. I'll try to do that carefully. All right. So looking for footprints, an outtake. All right, and since Go To was the last album that Barry Andrews was on, what I did was, in the last video, I included his 3 singles, non-album singles, that I happen to have. And this is, of course, the Town and Country EP, Barry Andrews, Town and Country EP. This is VS 260. Excuse me. Did you hear that? All right, VS 260. There's the track listing. There's the poor rat that didn't quite make it. I shouldn't say that. It's a mouse. It's not a rat. It's really. All right, so beautiful cover though. Good Lord. It's such great artwork. It almost looks like the same, like Peter Cross. I wonder if it was. Oh, sleeve designed by Barry Andrews and Jill I can't read it. Anyway, Town and Country EP. It's 4 tracks. Me and my mate can sing and bring on the alligators. All right. Right. And then the B side was Mousetrap and Sargasso Bar. There's apparently another version of Sargasso Bar. I think that he was working with XTC when he recorded it, and but they never did release it on an album. I happen to have that alternate version on some CDR that I burned of a bunch of outtakes and stuff. But anyway, so that's the Town and Country EP. Oops. And here is here. Let me show you both these. That's what I did last time. Here's a single, Rossmore Road, and then here's a re-release of it's a later pressing with a different catalog number. This is VS 378 and this is VS 428, released like a year later, 1980 and 1981. So you can see there's a little bit of a difference in the pressings, in the artwork, different shade, and different B-sides. And the songs, the A-sides are a little different. This one's a shorter version. This is a bit longer. B-side is Win a Night Out with a Well-Known Paranoiac on this earlier track, earlier pressing. And Pages of My Love was the B-side on this later pressing. All right. Here's the back if you want to see it. All right. And there's a slight difference in the actual labels too. Okay. A little bit warm, so. All right. Oh. Oh, this was the later one. Was it? Oh no, that's the earlier one. Here's the later pressing. 428. VS 428. Right. So, Pages of My Love. I think this was a. Oh, this is short. Shorter, actually. The B side is short. All right, so now Barry Andrews is no longer with XTC. He's gone. And then they go and release this track on a single, obviously. Life Begins at the Hop with Homo Safari on the B side. All right. These thick plastic sleeves are known to give off some sort of gas that can damage the record. So I have, and I didn't want to get rid of it because of it's actually part of the packaging. You know, the Girard turntable on this side of it. So what I did was got a polyline sleeve, and I put the record in that sleeve now. But anyway, so here it is. Life Begins at the Hop, a clear version of it. There are black vinyl copies of it. I have 2 clear copies. I never did get a black vinyl copy of this record. Here's Homo Safari, the first in a series of 6 tracks. Right. And let's pull it out. If you pull this sucker out here, you can see? Girard turntable, right? So, right, here it is, right? Life Begins at the Hop. You open it up. Here it is opened up. Here's the inside of it. There's the 3 first, the 2 first albums and their first 3D EP. That's the first thing that came out. And then here are the 3 single tracks, or singles that I just showed you. There's the lyrics for Life Begins at the Hop. No lyrics for Homo Safari, since it's an instrumental, so there you go. All right, so let's put this back. I'll put this away in here. fun little tune. Life begins at the hop, right? Let's do another copy. 2 copies. And then here is their next single. Now this is the song that that really caught my ear and made me decide to get the single and then to get the album, or maybe I got the album first. All right. So here it is, Making Plans for Nigel. It's actually an EP with 2 songs on the back, Bushman President and Pulsing, Pulsing. All right. Slightly different record design. Oh, this is VS 282. Oh yeah. Yeah, did I remember to say what this is? VS 259, right? VS 259. And this is VS 282. And here's the slightly different design, different color. It's gray. Here's the B-side. 2 funky little tunes. Bushman President is the second of those 6 Homo Safari tracks. I know I mentioned this in the last video, how much I love Virgin Records products. I just think that they're beautiful. They made collecting the XTC catalog a lot of fun. I don't know who's responsible for that. If it was Virgin Records that designed all these sleeves. I think that Andy actually got involved with the designing of the sleeves. I believe he mentions that. So, but anyway, here it is, VS 282, Making Plans for Nigel. And here it is again. And those of you in the know what this is. If you don't, I'll show you. This is, the one I just showed you was a plain picture sleeve. This one is a little different. Here, I'll show you. I'll show you why. I guess Andy got inspired and he ended up designing a game, a board game, based on the song. Oops. Let's be careful. This is from the Surround Sound series. All right, so Andy signed it, of course. So it's just convenient to keep it with this 45. Here's the game pieces for the game. All right. Yeah, poor Nigel looks very depressed, and Mom and Dad just, you know, right? And there's your, yeah. So you're supposed to take a match stick from a pack of matches, stick a pin in here so that you could spin it around, and that's how you can play your game. And here, let's go ahead and open this up. very, very carefully. Okay. All right. Where's your board game? The bottom is. I guess if you're gonna play the game, Nigel's supposed to sit on this side. And there's the rules. I don't know if you can read them. And then Mom and Dad, you know, sit over here. Here's the parents. Here's the parents' rules, or making plans for Nigel. So anyway, before I mangle this thing up, let me close it up. Still no tears and no major wrinkles. All right, and then the record itself, you can see the difference right away. That little line, that white line going through the gray. There's your B side. So yeah, so the one with the board game has that line through it, so it's a different pressing, clearly. Put this in here carefully. Put this in here carefully. VS282. Same catalog number, just a different item. It is hot. It's warm in this place. All right, so the next single, VS322, 10 feet tall. And Wait Till Your Boat Goes Down. All right, so the A side is an entirely different song, a non-album track with a different version of 10 Feet Tall on the B side, produced by Phil Wayneman, courtesy of Utopia Records. But anyway, there you go. I think Andy is responsible for designing the cover of the sleeve. The boat's going down. Of course, there's the design, 10 feet. Funny, because these guys are British, but instead of meters or 10 feet tall. All right, so, well, actually, I guess that would be, yeah, normal. For the British to measure by. Anyway, VS322, and it's just a red and blue, or I'm sorry, green and red labels. And the A side is a slightly edited version. They took out a tiny guitar break. It's about 8 bars long. If you have a copy of their greatest hits, Waxworks, and there's a few other compilations that are pretty much, you know, based on the same packaging. Wait Till Your Boat Goes Down is actually a little bit longer. It's got that 8-bar guitar break. So if you're not aware of that, the single is different than the album version. the greatest hits album version. Check it out. All right, so those are the 3 singles, British singles from Drums and Wires. This is an American EP that came out around the same time. All right, 10 Feet Tall and Helicopter is on the B-side, and Somnambulist is also on the B-side. This is one of 2 EPs that America released. Virgin International, I should say, released. So, and there's the design, the white label with the blue line. And there you go, Helicopter, and it says on the label, Somnambulist. Beautiful. I remember finding this in a store in Pennsylvania, in New Hope, PA. This one and this one. 2 American EPs. Very, very rare that records in America, these singles would have more than 2 songs. All right. So anyway, here's obviously Making Plans for Nigel. And what was great is Virgin International included on the B-sides the This Is Pop. Is the single version. Otherwise, in America, it wouldn't have been available. And Mechanic Dancing is from Go To. So there you go. It's blue. It's white with the blue font. Very similar looking to the one I just showed you. So I'm just going to go ahead and try to put it away. Yeah, I'm hoping that this will be an hour long at the most. Maybe, well, in an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes. Something tells me that's not going to happen because it's already been a half an hour. So here is the Japanese pressing of Making Plans for Nigel, and it includes a live B-side. I should say B-sides, two tracks for on the B-side. This Is Poppin', Are You Receiving Me? There you go. There's your very groovy looking cover, and there's the B-side with the American lyrics and Japanese lyrics, I believe, for Making Plans for Nigel. Right. And made in Japan. There's your blue sleeve. Just how bizarre looking it is with nothing up at the top of the sleeve. I mean the label. There's nothing there. And I can't remember if these tracks run into one another or if they're 2 separate tracks. I mean, I see they look like separate tracks, but I can't remember if there's applause in between or what. But anyway, there it is, Japanese pressing of Making Plans for Nigel. And in the last video. This was one of the new items that I had. I love this from the Netherlands, a Netherlands pressing of wait till your boat goes down and 10 feet tall. Really, I love this. I just think it's so cool looking. And slightly different looking labels. It's beautiful. I mean, mint. Absolutely beautiful condition, this record. Minty mint. All right. You know, when I was younger, I was really excited about these, about their having this collection. It hasn't changed. I still am very excited about this collection. It's just beautiful. Just, what a great picture sleeve. Good Lord. I just love that. All right, and then Canada weighs in. No picture sleeve. All right, but an interesting B-side. Outside World. All right, so there's your Canadian label. A-side, making plans for Nigel, and here is Outside World. And I still don't know if any other territory released Outside World as a single, A-side or B-side for that matter. But anyway, so that's Canada. Their contribution to the record collecting crowd. And if you have a domestic pressing of Drums and Wires here in America, here is the EP that came with early copies of that record. All right, so you have Limelight on side A. Is it side one? Side one. Interesting, because it's got it's a white label with red markings instead of blue. And then of course side two. There's 2 tracks on here. So on side 2, it's a 3-song EP, because they wanted to make room for Life Begins at the Hop, which is what they did. They included that on the album. And Day In, Day Out was the album track that got moved to this EP. And then, of course, Chain of Command. Limelight's on the A side and Chain of Command is on the B side. So there's that. Right? Right? Cool. All right, so now we get to move on to the next album. The singles for the next album. What's it called? The next album is I can't remember. I forget what it's called. course, Black Sea. Duh. So here's the first single for Black Sea. All right, Generals and Majors. It's a double single in a gatefold sleeve. So there you get to see the map of the the map of the world. And of course, here's the gang. Here are the four guys who are deciding our future. All right, lucky us. Yeah, they look like they know what they're doing, don't they? So they're just making somebody money. That's what they're doing. That's what this is all about. That's what war is all about, generating money, unfortunately. You got Russia and Ukraine fighting each other, and it's a joke. It's an absolute joke. And the Ukrainian people are the ones who are really stuck in the middle, and so are the Russian people too. Yeah, it's really fucked up. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm trying not to get political. Anyway, great packaging. And it's still in great shape, even though I'm beating it up while I'm here showing it to you guys. Here's the first single, Generals and Majors, and Don't Lose Your Temper. What a great song, Don't Lose Your Temper. You have Generals and Majors, an edited version of Generals and Majors, and then you have three more studio cuts, non-album cuts. And Don't Lose Your Temper is just brilliant. As I said in the previous video, and as I've said before, not on video, it could have been a hit. As far as I'm concerned, it's just a really great, really energetic track, and very cool lyrics. Don't lose your temper, because I love you when you're wild. And then Smokeless Zone. Here's the second record with Smokeless Zone, side C, or record 2, side 1, and then The Somnambulist, which was on the American EP for Making Plans for Nigel. Amazing. But what a beautiful package to get, to help promote the album. A great album, of course, right? Black Sea. So there you go. And then their next single, that was 365, I believe, right? And this is VS 372, Towers of London, another 2-record set with just outrageously cool packaging. You have this plastic sleeve, and then the records themselves are each have their own little picture sleeve. Beautiful, absolutely just fantastic, just beautiful, right? There's your track listing on the bottom of each one of these. Wow. Towers of London. Set Myself on Fire is a live track, a BBC track, I believe. Live at the Rainbow. Set Myself on Fire. Set myself on fire. Alright. And then Battery Brides. Another nice long live version of Battery Brides. It's almost 7 minutes right here. And then a different alternate version of Scissor Man. This might be a BBC track. BBC's 1979, recorded October 8th, 1979. Yep. VS 372. Another double single set. And just fantastic. Right? You know, I was so excited when this came out. I ended up getting 2 copies here. This has the hype sticker on it, of course. So I think it says it's removed. Yeah, this sticker's removable. So that's exactly what I did with this copy. So there you go. And then what do I have here? Well, I have 2 copies of this as well. Towers of London. This is a Holland pressing, I believe. Right? Holland pressing. Totally different package. A single record. It's not a double set, obviously. Really neat looking though. I wanted to get it because it looked so cool. And yeah, I think it's Holland pressing. Anyway. Right? And the B side is Battery Brides. It's not Set Myself on Fire. So nice long version of a nice long live version of Battery Brides. It's really cool. So there you go, man. All right. That's kind of a snug fit, but not overly tight. I just happened to get 2 copies. Looking for a clean version of it. They're both in great shape, so there you go. My cup runneth over. And the next single in catalog order would be this one by the Colonel. Too Many Cooks in the Kitchen. This is VS 380. All right, remember the Colonel? You know who the Colonel is. Colonel Moulding. He wrote or co-wrote this song, Too Many Cooks in the Kitchen and I Need Protection. And it just didn't seem to fit as an XTC pair of tracks. So they ended up on this single with Terry on the drums. as you can clearly tell. All right, just nothing, no fancy label, nothing to really make it clear that this is even an XTC related track. So I remember seeing lots of these in record stores, and I could have cornered the market on it on this single if I just bought them all, but I didn't do that. I left a bunch for lots of other XTC fans to get when they figured out that it was XTC, or Colin Molding anyway. So there you go. And by the way, this is on Rag and Bone Buffet, but it's a slightly shorter, a slightly edited version of Too Many Cooks in the Kitchen. It fades out a little bit earlier. So the single is kind of essential if you're looking to you know, for a full length version of the track. If that's important to you, it's important to me. That's the kind of thing I look for. You know, slight edits and different things. We're only talking about maybe 3 or 4 seconds. But, you know, if it's important to you, now you know. Slightly longer. Slightly. All right, so next single, VS 384, Sergeant Rock. This is a poster sleeve, a British release with a poster sleeve. Sergeant Rock is slightly edited. It's got a beautiful custom label. This is what they released in England. Sergeant Rock is going to help me. Slightly edited, like I said. And here's the B-side. It's a live 2-song medley of Living Through Another Cuba, and it goes into Generals and Majors, and it's awesome. It's almost 8 minutes long. It's about 7.5 minutes long. Live performance. All right. Oh, you want to see this, right? Poster, 2-sided poster. So let me open this up very carefully. I got that ceiling fan on because it's warm. So I'm fuck it up. All right, so there you go. All right. And then the other side of this poster is a strip cartoon with the lyrics. Awesome. I mean, it's a really great package, you know. So there we go. Just put it in here like this, and we'll just put it away. It's too bad that the plastic sleeve is kind of gets a little bit beat up, and it's okay. Here's a French copy of the single. It has the album version of Sergeant Rock. It's not an edited version of the song, which I thought was really interesting. And the other thing that's kind of interesting, well, first of all, there's no poster sleeve, so it's just a single picture sleeve. But what's also interesting is the B-side. The B-side is an EP, or the B-side has 2 tracks, I should say. So it makes this an EP. And the B-side tracks are Strange Tales, and Officer Blue. They're tracks that are on the next British EP that comes out, which I'm going to show you in just a second. But I thought that this was really cool, in absolutely beautiful condition, pristine, wonderful condition. Spacey music. It's so weird. I really like this music. It's too bad it's a copyrighted material. So I'm gonna have to come up with my own music for the background of these videos. But anyway, there you go. France checking in with this. And then here is the last, or the 4th single associated with Black Sea. And this is VS, what is it? VS 407. VS 407. It is an alternate recording or mix of Respectable Street. It's not just slightly edited, it's got Terry singing in the background. Andy Partridge talks about that actually at one point in somewhere, I forget where. Respectable Street, a different version than the album. And then here is Strange Tales, and Officer Blue. And again, that's VS 407, if you're keeping track of the catalog numbers. I'm trying to do this in order. All right, so there you go. Now this is the last of 4 singles, 5 singles if you count the Colonel and Too Many Cooks in the Kitchen. 5 singles from the period of Black Sea. Here's another copy. I have 2 copies. I have a lot of doubles, so. But check this out. Here's a split single. XTC, Take This Town. This is on RSO Records. It's not on Virgin Records, it's on RSO. It's not a non-album track, it's actually on the soundtrack to Times Square. Double album soundtrack. And they share, the B-side is Babylon's Burning by the Ruts. So it's XTC on the A side, and the Ruts got the B side, which means they got some money, I guess. All right, Take This Town, a non-album, well, it's not on an XTC LP. Obviously, it's still part of their musical history, and that's why I have this. I had Times Square, I had the actual soundtrack, but I believe that ended up in a box somewhere, and I don't know if I actually have that any longer. But I have to say, I really just kind of like having this instead of that whole big package for one XTC track. It's tucked away right here, and that works for me. And then a holy grail in my collection, as far as I'm concerned, Canada strikes again with Love at First Sight. They released that single in America, and the B-side was, I think it was, shit, I can't remember. But anyway, in America, I don't have it at this point anyway. My brother used to have the American single. It's slightly sped up in America, and here in Canada, they sped it up just a little bit. So it's a little faster. But what makes this so critical to a collector is the B-side that has 3 otherwise unavailable live tracks. You play it at 33 1/3 because it's like 12 minutes worth of music. You have 3 songs on here, 3 live tracks: Beat Town, Roads Girdle the Globe, and This Is Pop. Recorded live at the Marconi Club in Sydney, Australia. All right, so in 1981 in Canada, they released this single, and you get 3 live tracks from Sydney. And I do not believe that these live tracks are available anywhere else. I don't even think that they're on any compilations or box sets. I think that I believe that on YouTube the whole concert's available. But other than that, this is where you can hear those tracks. As far as I know, maybe they streamed them. I don't know if they did that or not. So anyway, I like having them on this record, that's for sure. So, all right, so there you go. And now we're on to the next album. That would be English Settlement. And here is a copy of their first single, Senses Working Overtime. This is the catalog number on here. Oh, here's a sticker. I don't know where it came from. It didn't come with the single. I forget where I got this from. Look at that. That's kind of cool. Anyway, you can see the font, you can see the XTC, and you can see the horse. I think it's backwards to you guys because I can see it correctly. You can't really see that. So, but anyway, sorry. But being a collector, I didn't put that sticker anywhere. I don't even remember where I got it from. All right, here's VS. What is the catalog number? VS 462. Here's the A side. Right. This record's slightly more beat up than most of my singles. This one's a bit noisy, I must admit. It's got 2 great B-sides, Blame the Weather and Tissue Tigers, The Arguers. These are great songs. Blame the Weather is just beautiful. It's Colin at his best. I love so many of his songs. I mean, I love Andy's too, man. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to pit the two against one another. They were already pretty competitive, maybe, or at least probably Andy was. I get the feeling Colin was a lot more chill about it, but I love both the writing, for sure. But Colin, like I said, Colin won me over with Making Plans for Nigel, and there are just so many great songs that he's written. Andy too. I know they both are great. Okay, they're both great. I'm not trying to say that one's better than the other, because they're not. They're just both really fantastic. So anyway, so yeah, here's the B-side. Sorry. And you get the words, the words for Senses Working Overtime on the back of this thing. Great photograph. Andy and his cat. All right, and so here is the British single with the regular picture sleeve. Give me a second here as I refresh my throat. All right. I say regular picture sleeve because here's another copy of the picture of the single. You can see something's going on here. What this is a single that folds out into this really bizarre package. All right, see? Your eyes are feasting on all these different colors. Senses working overtime. Oh, look, another sticker. Again, this didn't come with this single. I just stuck it in there. But it's from this time period. It's reflective of the artistry from this record. All right, so here again, same 45 basically. In fact, I think it's the record is identical. That record's a very clean version. And here you get, with this package, you get the lyrics for the 2 B-side tracks, which makes this even that much more special. Look at this. Huh? Can you smell that orange or that lemon or whatever's going on? Look, grapes. Look at these colors. Senses working overtime. And who doesn't like parrots? How dare you? Parrots are cool. So anyway, that's what this is. It's a special package. I'm sure Andy said, hey, you got to put this package out like this. And Virgin Records probably went, oh man, it's going to cost us a lot of money. Look at this. Look at this. What I got to do to get this to go in here. All right. Made in England. I'm glad that Virgin worked with Andy and allowed him to put this out. Uh-oh. Here, hold on. Let me get this in here. Get in there. Why, Iota? Why you? Beautiful. Spastic, but beautiful. Here's the second single, VS 482, Ball and Chain. Right? Here, hold on. Let me pull it out. Ball and Chain. Beautiful. I like the front, right? Ball and Chain, right? And then the back, it's got the old style. What is it? Exotech instead of Ematex, or Ematech, whatever it was. Beautiful. Lyrics for Ball and Chain, and then 2 non-album tracks, Punch and Judy and Heaven is Paved with Broken Glass. They put a double album out, and then they still have four more studio cuts. Really great songs too, to release as B-sides, right? And what makes this really, really critical to a collector is the version of Heaven is Paved with Broken Glass is a longer, it's the first version of the song. It's a longer version than what was released on the Beeswax compilation. It's longer than that version. Same version that was released on Rag and Bone Buffet and other compilations. I believe that this version is only available on the 7-inch and the 12-inch records that were pressed at the time of the release. And there's your custom label. And there's your B-sides. I'm telling you, Heaven is Paved with Broken Glass. I couldn't believe when they released the compilations, Beeswax. I was like, what? Because the version on the single is really quite different, and they're both great versions. They're both great. They're both really good mixes, but you know, I was partial to the early version. I have to admit, it was longer. It was just, there was something about it that was a little bit more solid. And you know, when they started releasing singles, and especially CD singles, you couldn't get Heaven is Paved with Broken Glass. You couldn't get this version of that song. I would have thought that would have been, you know, if they released Ball and Chain on a CD single, that you at least could maybe, they could have put that version out as a digital single. Oops. I was trying to beat that because I'm going to let that same music play in the background again. Anyway, so that's the second single from English Settlement. And here is the third and the last single from English Settlement, No Thugs in Our House. This is some elaborate package, I gotta say. Now look real carefully. You see this? There's actually different layers here. And if you could see here through those little window, you see that scene in there? I'm not sure what that is. Oh, that's like the house across the street. Or, yeah, yeah, see that? Well, here's what happens if you look at this package. Let me sit down. You can open up this cover and look. There's all kinds of stuff in here. Now, let me carefully reach in here because I don't want to mess up my record cover here. All right, see? Look at this label. It's awesome. This custom label for this. Beautiful. All right. Look at the laundry on the line. XTC, right? It's backwards to you, I think. Is it? I don't know. Anyway, the B-side has 3 tracks. It has Chain of Command and Limelight from the free single from Drums and Wires. And then it has a song called Over Rusty Water, which is kind of a Egyptian sounding track. And so it's very short. And so you got pyramids on this custom label. Beautiful. No Thugs in Our House. I can't remember if this is the album version. I think it might be. But at any rate, uh, you get two songs that you probably already have if you're a big fan, which of course I am, so I already had them. But Over Rusty Water is a new track, a new non-LP track, an instrumental. Right, so so there's the record, and there's the fancy sleeve, but there's actually more to it than this, because here you get these. You can do your own play if you want to cut these people out, and then you can take these strips and you can slide them in and out. Oh, hello, mummy. Hello, officer. Hello, sir. Hello, judge. Hello, you waspy bitch. Hello. Oh, order in the court, damn it. So, all right, so you have all these cool characters that, you know, feature in the song, and then you can do your own play if you want. Cut those people out and slide them in and out, and, you know, have them argue with each other. Maybe someone can pull out a gun and shoot somebody, you know. These things happen, unfortunately. So, so anyway, I just think that's awesome. And of course, on the back of this, you have the lyrics to the song, but of course, those are the words to the play. You know, that's the script that they had to study so that they can do the play. So they can play in the play. It's very cool, right? So, all right. At any rate, what a package. It's just really elaborate and just incredible and really beautiful. And if I can just get this to slide back in here. Ooh. Oh, you son of a bee. I don't want to mess up that insert. Ah, there we go. All right, look, now you can see the house across the street again. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, it's a little crooked, I suppose, but there I go. Yeah, it's still crooked. That's because the house across the street's crooked. It's not this record. Anyway, very cool package. If you're a collector, I would think you would want to know that, right? Right. All right. Now I got to be careful. I don't want to go out of order here. Yeah, I got to be really careful because it looks like I'm about to do that, and I will not do that. Let's go ahead and do this. They got out of whack a little bit, but I got it straightened out now, I believe. So here is the next album was the one after they stopped touring. What was that called? Mummer. And here's the first single from Mummer, Great Fire. And the 7-inch single Oh, the VS553, right? This 7-inch single here has this special package, that Great Fire Burning. So it looks like a fire, like a flame. Andy is just too clever. I just love it. I love that he thinks up this stuff. All right, so you pop this out, and here it is, Great Fire, picture sleeve, B-side. It says Great Fire, but it's orange. You'll see that in a flame, right? Red and orange. So here is here's the A side, Great Fire, beautiful custom label. And the B side, Gold, great song, Gold. It's on the CD. All the B sides of the 7-inch singles are on the CD release of Mummer. And I remember when I first heard Great Fire, I wasn't really all that keen on it. And in fact, I think I like Gold better. I thought Gold was so cool. But Great Fire grew on me like a fire. It grew on me. And in fact, the whole album, Mummer, I find to be such a great album because of all the variety of the styles of songs, the variety of writing, the fact that there were different drummers. Terry's on 2 or 3 tracks. Pete Phipps is on some. It's great. What happened, you know, Andy stopped touring, and then he's trying to record more stuff. Colin is writing and recording stuff, tracks. And what they ended up with is this really cool, diverse collection of really great songs. That's what you got. I don't know if anybody else feels that way. I think a lot of fans probably do. It's just a great album. But here is the first single with this really clever art cover, this art sleeve that looks like a fire if you move this back and forth. So be careful. Don't light your house. All right, so there's Great Fire in Gold. Here is the next single from the album, Wonderland, Colin's song, with Jump on the B side. And another custom label. Here's Wonderland. Here's Jump. Very light font. Really just I love this song too, Wonderland. And Jump. I love Jump. But I think Wonderland is a really great song, a beautiful song. This is VS. Oops, let's get it in there. Right. VS606. All right. Ooh, hello, love, darling. Yeah, Steve Nye, remixed by Alex Sadkin, remix engineer Phil Thornley, Jump produced by XTC and Steve Nye, 1983. VS606. Here's a French pressing. It's a plastic label, nothing to write home. Here, all right, you want to see it? All right, here, look. I'll show it to you. It's so important to you. Very boring. Wonderland. See? This silly silver. I like the paper labels, man. I like those paper labels. But this is a little different, so I guess that's why I got it. And so there you go. There, now you've seen it. And you're happy now? They people. Hello. And then here is the picture. Okay, yeah, back in 1983, Virgin Records and a lot of other record companies were releasing these picture sleeves. I mean picture discs. VSY 606. This was actually a pretty nice one. I've seen like the Genesis ones from the same time period. I don't know, man. It just kind of... I shouldn't be bitching about Genesis. I have my gripes with Genesis. I'll talk about that when I'm doing a Genesis video. Maybe, if I do another one. All right, but anyway, Wonderland and Jump picture disc. And then the third and the last 45 or single. This is the another double single, Lovin' a Farm Boy's Wages, right? And the B-side, In Loving Memory of a Name, an album track by Colin Moulding. All right, so here's a wallet, right? Hey man, I found this wallet. Let's check out what's in here. Cool. Hot babe. Somebody's girlfriend, right? Yeah. A pound note, a shilling, a bloody shilling, eh? Oh, it's a bloody shilling. Oh, hello. Hello, darling. Oh, look what I got. 2 records. Not just one, but 2. So here is, oh, here, hold on. This is, Lovin' on Farm Boy's Way. Here, hold on. Hold on. I'll pull it out so you can see it. Mint condition. Love on a Farm Boy's Wages, right? Farm Boy. That blade of grass that he'll be chewing on shortly. And then In Loving Memory of a Name, custom label, right? What a great song by Colin. I love that song. Just absolutely love it. It's so good. I wonder if that's Terry drumming. It sounds like it could very well be on that song, especially at the end. And then the two non-album cuts are on this record. Desert Island. Oh, and Toys. Desert Island is a beautiful song. And Toys is too. Is that upside down? No. See, can you see the face? The toy in there? It's like a toy soldier. The spindle hole is where his nose would be. You can see it, right? Oh well. Anyway, so that is this record here, and I'm not kidding. This was a really beautiful package. There was a 12-inch released as well, with different B-sides, live B-sides. Interesting, for sure. And essential if you're an XTC collector, for sure. So here, let me put this in here. Oh, yeah, let's put it this way. Uh-oh. Somebody's ailing in the next room. All right, so here you go, right? Beautiful. Loving a farm boy's wage. This is a really great package. So all three singles, they're really just, they're must haves if you're an XTC fanatic. And then what happens? XTC, they go on hiatus for the holidays, and the three wise men get together, apparently relatives, and they climbed into the studio and borrowed their equipment, I guess, and they released these holiday nuggets. Thanks for Christmas. The three wise men, right? And then countdown to Christmas party time. He doggy, right? Cool. VS 642. If you're keeping track, right? VS 642. Ooh. Did I forget? VS 613. See? VS 613. All right, sorry about that. I'm trying not to be derelict in my duties here. In my duty. So, here's the custom label. Thanks for Christmas. I said in the previous video, I'm surprised that they didn't reverse the label, the art on the label, like they're coming back from the manger and they're going to the party. But, you know, now I guess I'm being a little picky. A little I'm overcritical, right? Probably. Sorry. Never mind. Anyway, VS 642. And what a great song. And every Christmas season I gotta pull this out and crank up both sides and have a shot of bourbon or something. Make me feel a little bit you know, getting the Christmas spirit. Yeah, spirits, right? Virgin Records, you guys are awesome. What great packaging. And this is after Andy stopped touring, so it was like they were probably so frustrated that he wasn't touring. Hey, give the guy, if the guy doesn't want to tour, hey, did the Beatles keep touring? No. And they kept writing great music, right? Beautiful. All right, so there's their Christmas holiday tracks. And then the Big Express came out and they released 3 singles from Big Express. First one is All You Pretty Girls, VS 709. Oh, let's make sure I got them in the right order. Yep, so far it looks like it. Yep, I did it right. How did I do that? Only God knows. So this is VS 709. All You Pretty Girls. This is a neat little package. Again, because this piece comes out of the middle here. See, look at that. Ooh, nips. It's a guy's chest. See, and here's the A side of the inner sleeve here. Awesome tattoo. And then here you go. Here's the tracks. All you pretty girls on the fore side, and the aft side is Wash Away. VS 709. Look, see? Huh? Right there. Yes. Gucci, Gucci, goo. I feel silly. All right, so oh, here's the outer sleeve. There you go. See? This came in its own little plastic package, and it was real flimsy, so I got rid of that. But I kept, there was a sticker that you could seal it with, and that's the sticker, all right, with the catalog number on it. And then here is the single with the custom labels, you know, sailor knot, right? And Wash Away. The 12-inch has an extra track called Red Brick Dream, which is also a non-album cut. And of course, it's a 12-inch record, so it's not in this video, other than the fact that I'm mentioning it now. All you pretty girls, right? So there you go. Let's put it away. Let's put it in here. And then put this in here. Goes in sideways. And then it goes in here like this. Fits in here, and there's the little sticker that was on the thing that seals it shut right there, right in the middle where it belongs. And there you go, VS 709. And then here is the next package. Here, it came stuck to this, but it looks like it appears that the glue is starting to fail over time. These are like 40 years old now, right? Something like that. So here is, here's one copy. Here's this other copy where This World Over is the next A side, and Blue Overall is the B side, another non-album cut. Blue Overall, right? There's the world before it gets blown to bits. And This World Over, what a beautiful song. It used to make me tear up, and I'd start bawling my eyes out. It was just, it's a very effective, emotional, powerfully emotional piece of music. This was attached to the front of the, here, see, look. Attached to this like this, right? And then the glue failed, right? But here's what you get. And this is what happens when a bunch of assholes fight, and then they press the wrong button, and you know, they go, oops, oh boy. Well, now this is from Tokyo. Here's from Berlin, Moscow, from New York, from London. All right? He sings about it. He mentions London. When they ask what was London like, the kids, very just incredibly powerful piece of music that Andy wrote. Really, the guy is amazing. And here is the record itself. Side A, this is VS 721, by the way, VS 721 if you're counting. VS 721, A side, and the B side, blue overalls, looks the same. All right, so there you go. Yeah, really great song. This world over. Over and out. What an amazing piece of music, and it's just really very powerful. All right, and then the third single from Big Express is a Colin Moulding track, Wake Up. B-side, it's actually an EP. There's 2 songs on the B-side. Take This Town, they finally released it on one of their singles, and Mantis on Parole, which was the last Homo Safari series track to be released. It's number 4. 5 and 6 were 2 tracks on the B-side of a 12-inch single from Mummer. So they kind of went out of order, but eventually they caught back up. So there you go, there's the B-side. This is VS 746. For those of you who want to make, are taking notes, trying to keep you abreast of where we're at here. And here's the custom A-side label, beautiful. Custom B-side label, cool. I can't remember what Mantis on Parole sounds like, which means it's probably time for me to play some of my singles so I can get refamiliarize myself with what the heck I'm missing here. Beautiful, right? All right, then the XTC, they took a vacation. And what happened? These other guys, these psychedelic guys from the band, the Dukes of Stratosphere, they got a hold of some equipment and wrote some songs and released a 6-song EP. Meanwhile, they did manage to put out a single, a 7-inch single called The Mole from the Ministry. Here's the picture sleeve. This is the only only non-album picture sleeve that was released as a single in the XTC canon of records, of 7-inch records. This is the only one. All the other ones have picture sleeves, as you have seen and will see. And this is the beautiful custom label, which is actually an old Virgin Records label from 1967, maybe, perhaps. All right. This is VS 763, by the way. Just, if you're keeping track, there you go. And The Mole from the Ministry is an absolutely brilliant piece of music. I think that the song I Am the Walrus is probably the closest cousin to it. Same powerful beat and great chords, great melody. It's just oh God, written by Sir John Johns, and the guy is, Sir John Johns is a genius. See what I'm saying? And then the B-side is My Love Explodes. And that's written by Sir John Johns too. My Love Explodes. VS 763. Don't forget, write it down. It will be a quiz later. And you're not going to want to have to go back through this video that's going to be like 2 hours long, I could see, at least. Oh boy. All right, so anyway, Mole from Ministry is an absolutely brilliant piece of music, and it's one of my favorite songs in this collection of records that you see here before you. It's one of my favorites by Sir John Jones. Oh, and then Skylarking. They got together with Todd Rundgren, had a fit with each other, but managed to release some really great music and some great singles. Here's the first one, Grass. Grass. It's the first one, right? Yeah, it's the very first one. You guys. Grass. And the B-side is here, hold on. Because I want to show you the sleeve, and then I want to show you the custom labels. Because they're absolutely beautiful. Look at this, huh? Sweet, right? Here, should I freeze it? You want to freeze it and read it? I don't know if you can read any of this. I don't even know what the hell says. Oh, okay, the lyrics. If you know the lyrics, you don't. There you go, okay? But look at the record. Look at this. Beautiful. Oh my God, look at that label. And the B-side, of course, the B-side is Dear God. And what happened? Dear God, they took this single and they flipped it over in radio stations everywhere across the United States, and college stations were playing Grass, but then they flip it over and play Dear God, and it was all very organic. Everybody said, you know what? That's a freaking great song, dude. And so, VS 882, Grass, with the B-side Dear God, it became VS 960 with the B-side becoming the A-side, Dear God, right? Not cool, right? That's so cool, right? Here's the B-side of the single. Look, it's like a church window kind of shape. Like, should be glass, stained glass. The B-side is an album track called Big Day. So here's the custom label, right? Dear God. And of course, Big Day. Big Day, right? And it's beautiful. This is a beautiful package. So that's this is VS 960. They capitalized on the popularity of the song. They discovered that people thought it was great. No one was offended by, well, maybe some people were offended by it. Those idiots, you gotta freaking get a grip. Somebody writes a piece of music about God, and because it's about God, you're gonna freak out. Duh. Stupid dum-dums. People are so stupid. VS 912. It looks like I went out of order here. VS 882 is grass. VS 912 was the second single. And that is the meeting place. See, I kind of spazzed out here. I went out of order. I'm correcting myself now. The meeting place. Here. Talk to the hand. Right? Stop. Ooh. So weird. So cool. The meeting place. And what's on the B-side on this single? The Man Who Sailed Around His Soul. Another album track. Man who sailed around his soul. Here's VS 912. Sorry about that, kids. Screwed up. Hey, it's okay to make mistakes as long as you correct yourself before you turn off the camera. Okay, so there we go. So there's the meeting place and The Man Who Sailed Around His Soul, 2 album tracks. Right, that was the release after Grass. And then, yeah, oh, here, hold on a second. Gotta show you this. This is really special. Here, look at this. What is this, you ask? Go ahead, ask it. All right, it is an alternate release of The Meeting Place. Here's the back, and what it is it's another gimmick to get you to spend more money, and it worked for me. Look, see? Whoa, cool. What happened here? Well, okay, let me show you what's happening here. This is the sleeve. This is one of those thick plastic sleeves again. And so this plastic sleeve has the image of this hand and the writing. And there's this white piece of paper that slips into the package here so that you can easily see this side and this side. And the record itself, which I put in a polyline sleeve, or poly sleeve, the record itself is it's clear. There's no label on it. There's writing etched into the record itself, and it's very, very hard for you to see it. It's actually very, very hard for me to see it, quite frankly. But you can see it if you are looking at it in this room. And at the right angle, you can see it. So I'm just telling you, it's there. Rather than waste time talking about it, we're going to put it back, put it away. Not sure why they decided to make this a clear record, but it's a kind of a neat gimmick, and it got me to buy it. So, right, so I did. And now I'm going to put it back in here in that poly sleeve to help protect it from the silly gases from this big thick plastic thing. But anyway, there you go. The Meeting Place. VSY 912 is the catalog number. The Y is the difference. Why? I don't know. And then, of course, there's Dear God and Big Day, which is Colin's song on the B-side of this. So we already showed you this, so I'm going to move on along to, this is one of the newer ones that I got. And boy, oh boy, am I excited about this. It's an Australian or a New Zealand single. There's no picture sleeve. This is there's no picture sleeve for this, but it's not a British release anyway, so I'm not gonna quibble about it. This is side one, Earn Enough for Us. And look at that. Look at that neat label. It's not a custom label. It's the label that they used in this country, which is it Australia or made in, oh no, I'm sorry, this is Canadian. This is a Canadian single. So up north, our neighbors up north released this. Earn Enough for Us, side A, and Sacrificial Bonfire, another track, another album track on the B side, which I don't believe these two tracks were released in any other territories. Well, maybe they were, I don't know. But anyway, they were in Canada, and they have this cool label. And I have a Facebook friend to thank me for alerting me to it, because I didn't know about it. So anyway, this sleeve, it came in this sleeve that it just labels what it is, and manufactured for Canada, Toronto. Oh well, anyway, cool. No picture sleeve, but there you go. Oh, and then now we're back in England. VSY 982. All right, VSY 982. This is a special release. And you know what? We're getting to the end here, actually. Awesome. XTC took another sabbatical, and the Dukes of Stratosphere released this in their wake. And beautiful. You're a Good Man, Albert Brown. B-side is Vanishing Girl. Whoop. Whoa. Whoop. Oh. Vanishing Girl. VSY 982, and the reason it's VSY 982 is because it is a special pressing on this beautiful purple marble vinyl. Right? See? Vanishing Girl. Ooh, ooh. Solid purple vinyl. Oh, you're a good man, Albert Brown, and you were wounded in the war. This is a really beautiful record. The album is also, my album anyway, is pressed in a similar purple vinyl. So, right? That's VS 982 or VSY 982 in this case. So, what's this? What is this? Well, this is something that came out. Bags of Fun with Buster. The hit Viz comic pop record by Johnny Japes and his Jesticles. Squeak, squeak. Ooh boy. So, Bags of Fun. And 1987, this came out. Bags of Fun with Buster. Johnny Japes and his Jesticles. And here's the Scrotal Scratch mix. That's the B side. So what you have here is the catalog number is VIZ1. All right. And really what it is written and produced by Andy Partridge, Neville Farmer, and Dave Gregory, featuring John Otway. I don't know who John Otway is. Maybe I should know. Again, I'm derelict in my duties. Bags of Fun. Here's the single picture sleeve again. And yeah, that's his scrotal thing. And and then I don't know. Can I show this? I don't even know. Ooh, vanishing scrotal. So anyway, hey, it's a picture. It's just a drawing. It's not somebody's actual nutsack, for God's sake. I don't care what your name is. You're not bringing those in here, right? Yeah, right. All right. Well, just in case. Kids, kids, don't look at this part of the video. Get some popcorn or something, or go pet the dog, or I don't know, whatever. All right, so there you go. And the next album is Oranges and Lemons. Oh. The Mayor of Simpleton. One of the Millions. Isn't that cool? So, all right, there's no paper label. It's very plain looking silver thing. They were really getting away from releasing vinyl records at this time, back in 1989. But they did put these out. I think that if I can find a paper label copy of this, I'll pick it up. But I'm not really all that mad about finding it at this time. Oh, wait. Well, look at this. See? Huh. And guess what I have? Yeah. Paper label. Want to see what it looks like? It's black. Awesome color. I love black. Mayor Simpleton. Right? And One of the Millions. Mayor Simpleton, One of the Millions. So there we have it. There you have it. Awesome. Come on. Come on. There you go. Right? Mayor Simpleton, what a great song, and One of the Millions. What a great song. King for a Day. And Happy Families. Right? Awesome. Oh, gee whiz. Hold on. Well, I'm sorry. VS 1158. VS 1177. Oh, Happy Families. And here we go. See? Black label. And Happy Families. A unique mix to this B-side. Yeah, there are a couple of different. There was an acoustic version of Happy Families that we found. Somebody posted on YouTube. I'm sure it's probably still there. Go check it out. Happy Families, an acoustic version of Andy playing guitar and singing. It's awesome. And then there's the mix from an album. It's a soundtrack for She's Having a Baby. That is a unique mix. I have that record as well somewhere in a box, I guess, or maybe my friend Chris has it. Probably he has it. So I'm gonna talk to Chris about that. All right, so cool. King for a Day and Happy Families. I believe this is the album version of the song King for a Day, which is that's the mix together. And then XTC, The Loving. And what's the B-side? Cynical Days. The 12-inch has another song, a non-album track. But what's interesting about this single, look, white label. Cynical Days. White label. Why? Why is it white? I don't know. Maybe because black and white can live together in harmony. It's the whole important message of the whole entire video. It's got nothing to do with XTC. It's the fact that people are assholes and bitching at each other over nothing. They gotta get over it and stop. They got to. All right? Yeah, the loving, right? All you need is love. And then there's this amazing package. This is a bootleg, a gatefold bootleg. Look, right? See this? Awesome. And the records, here, I'll show you. Both records look like, they look like this because it's a bootleg. Okay? Both sides look like this, and both records look just like this. So, but anyway, this is a bootleg of recordings when the guys were, the three of them were touring around, they were going around the country to radio stations, and they were doing acoustic versions of different songs. And he was like getting a taste of playing in front of people again and on the radios. So at any rate, you have side one of the first record, Scarecrow People and Mayor of Simpleton. Side two, you have a medley, Census Working Overtime, Grass, and Love on a Farm Boy's Wages. Side three, you have Blue Beret, previously unreleased, Blue Beret, and then a medley, Great Fire, Dear God, and Big Day. And side four, you have King for a Day, and then another medley, Rock the Boat, Hungry Heartbeats, and Welcome to the Garden of Earthly Delights. So, an absolutely fantastic package. I mean, really, whoever put this together, this, if I was going to bootleg something, this is how I would like to do it. But I don't bootleg stuff. I don't do that. I don't do it. Right? Cool though, right? If you can find a package, it's just really awesome. And great sound quality. Holy cow. Really clean, really clear. And what do we have? More? The Disappointed from their last album. Well, their last album with Virgin Records. So it's The Disappointed and The Smartest Monkeys. I kind of went nuts trying to find this. Silver label. Right. Whoa. Whoa. Disappointed. Hey, I get it. You got your moments in life. You're disappointed, man. Gotta get over it. Sir. Sorry, sir. All right, and then the Ballad of Peter Pumpkinhead. Oh, sorry. Did I forget? This is VS 1404. VS 1404. And the Ballad of Peter Pumpkinhead, VS. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, this one had a horrible, ugly sticker all over here, and I did my best to take that off. The art seems to help hide the fact that it was slightly damaged in the operation. Some idiot puts this huge sticker on there, and I just wanted to kill him. This is VS 1415. Again, another ugly silver label. 1415. So here we have it. This is it, folks. All right. That's my Virgin Records singles collection. But what the hell is this? The last thing I have here, if I can get this out, is the Apple Venus box, and signed by Andy and Colin, and this is 13 singles. Beautiful. Absolutely ridiculous. Oh, it's just horribly beautiful. Right? I'd like that and board it up. What is it? River of Orchids? My Brown Guitar. I'd like that. Board it up. I'm the Man Who Murdered Love. Easter Theater. Knights in Shining Karma. In Another Life. Right? These things make a puzzle. If you put them on the floor and you line them up correctly. There's two puzzles. There's one on either side. And it's just ridiculous how great this package is. All right. Standing in for Joe. The Wheel and the Maypole. Harvest Festival. Right? I hardly ever pull this out. Usually it's just to show somebody what it looks like. And then here's Playground is the last track. And then they have Where Did the Ordinary People Go? This is unique to this package. Well, this vinyl package. And then two more songs, Spiral and Say It. Beautiful, beautiful records. And the records, all of them resemble this. Spiral. and say it. And you can see I hardly ever play this thing because it's got the paper. I just blew off of it. Spiral and say it. And wow, look at that. Oh my God. I like this picture sleeve. All right, so that's everything. 2 minutes and 15 seconds going on 2 minutes and 16 seconds. 2 hours and 15 minutes going on 16 minutes. So I'm going to stop it before it stops itself. And I hope that you enjoyed this. This is slightly shorter than the last recording that I did. And I'm making it even longer now by blathering further on. And I'm going to stop. Goodbye.